Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up from where I left off in this disaster save. Honestly, if I wanted this run to go better, I'd be better off reloading for the beginning of the stream. But we're gonna continue from where we left off. Because yeah, bankruptcy is not good. Skull officials aren't particularly happy. Let's turn the sort of the basic subsidies back on, which is the trade center, the port. The power plants. See where that leaves us. That, of course, leaves us in pretty serious debt already. Deficit again. Oh, that's not even enough to help. Okay. So we're gonna have to reduce construction. Ah, of course. Doesn't let me cancel because I don't own any of these buildings, do I? Okay, we're never not subsidizing the power buildings then. That's probably where all the money's going. Yeah. Don't go back up in the workplace. There we go. That's fine. We're gonna move on Social Security because I've given up on welfare. Welfare, in theory, makes sense because we've got an unemployment problem, but I don't have the construction to fix that. Economy is recovering. Okay, where are my power plants? Or not my power plants, my electric industries. They're profitable enough if they actually had power, but that requires the power plants and the locations to actually be working. You are working. So is that a sufficient enough one for the powering? Nope. No, it isn't. Okay, we need 20 more power plants there. And 30 more there. It is being powered, of course. Okay. We're going to subsidize those just to beat the cost of the shortage in the power. Okay, we were making profit, now we're not making profit. The electric industry, because we're trying to supply the power to it. So we need to build the power. Okay. I've got the bureaucracies, got the red tapes, we'll do that. Okay, the electric industry cost is going down, presumably as we build up the power. Good. It has food. Okay. I might try giving partially into the anarchist movement, because they want multiculturalism. That'll be a way to try to calm down. Once we either succeed or fail at no social security. I may even give up on no social security to try to appease them by giving them the may preemptively just give up on this. Because of the bankruptcy effect, we are paying a lot less welfare, so I can focus on trying to grow the economy rather than paying the welfare for the moment. So getting off of the no social security is, or getting onto no social security is less of a rush here than it was earlier. Back up to 1.1 billion. I think at least before the end of the game we will be higher than we have been the entire run, although the entire run at this point is going to be far behind where we've been in previous runs. And again, a lot of that comes down to not being able to get the economy to expand fast enough to deal with the unemployment. When we do that in the past, legitimately do that in the past, the economy goes much higher, much faster. Hey, almost there at the point where we can do a gamble on this rolling. I can at least wait the 18 days, see what the response is there on that one. We got 2 ticks on the anarchist movement. I need to take the swing at multiculturalism before the second one rolls. No. Okay, you're going to cancel for the moment. %, support it, 91% is opposed. We can always put the Tibetan national movement down if we need to. That one's small enough. I'd rather fight that than the anarchists. Oh, that only lowered you to 82%. Oh, that's a little sketchy. Might not be able to get the anarchist movement under control, even with multiculturalism. Let's, we got a legitimacy crisis. Why do we have a legitimacy crisis? What? Because everyone's joining the Revolutionary Party. That's a thing. Okay. The liberals are revolting! Okay, you got your way, we're not doing multiculturalism. Oh, that's why, because we're in the same group as they are on the same level as them. Okay. We're gonna have a better response if I try to, like, open up the censorship laws. No. I don't want to give it the blaze. That sounds like a bad plan. Can't do that because that's probably going to radicalize the actual government. Let's try to do landed divulgent voting. Okay, that's reasonably priced, that's reasonably priced. Let's drop the subsidies on electrics industry. Let's maybe try subsidizing the power plants instead. Able to drop the taxes back to normal, that'll help try to calm everyone down, keep the revolutions from being revolutionary. And then we keep trying to expand the economy. We're up to 1.3 billion, so GDP is actually higher than it has ever been. Standard of living's not, but we're working on that. And the answer there is jobs, jobs, jobs. We need more jobs. Okay, may have dropped the tax rate a little bit low. We'll burn down the treasury a bit. Look, and I can swap these over to torpedo boats and ironclads. You import. I didn't push the right button. That button. You, port. You, different port. They were already in port. Is that the reason we're having so much problems with boats, is they've partially upgraded? No. Why can't... No light boats can be upgraded to torpedo? Because the unit types are too different. So basically it's telling me I gotta delete all the boats. If I want to do that upgrade. And the monitors are too different as well. Okay. Gonna make me delete all my bleeping boats. Or will he... You will let me do the monitors, okay. Okay, upgrade all the things, so we can at least get everything up to ironclad and swap the industry over to ironclad. I almost wish there was a second graph here that was the unemployment graph, so we could see the unemployment over time. Like, I know it's down because we were up at like 70 million. Elevators, that was upgrade, those two arcades. Okay, do we have any domestic oil that I can develop? I'll be pretty profitable. Up to 100 levels of oil, just for the domestic demand, plus 26 for the foreign. We don't have that many to develop, so we'll just develop what's available. Okay. Expanding the lead mines, not the oil wells. Clicked the wrong one. Although, we might want the lead as well. Here's the lead. Lead's definitely not as much of a priority. Push that to the bottom then. And yep, the economy is growing. Got one of the most vertical lines we've had in a while. Okay. Unemployment's down, although unemployment definitely needs to improve quicker than that. Okay, education's back up to 3. So our period of literacy decline should start to revert and go back the other way. Okay, so we've done all the oil in the nation. Could do more iron. Could do more steel. Should probably do more steel. Well, there's maybe an argument that we should electrify the steel. There's also an argument that we may still have more electric demand I should deal with. Although after the crash, that might not be the case. There are some places, okay. Okay, so after political agitation, let's try to pick up... In fact, actually, I want to pick it up instead. Let's pick up electrical process instead. That's what we need for electrifying the steel industry. I can't accept for whatever reason, because they're revolutionary. So they can offer a deal that I can't accept. We've got a very divided nation here. Basically, everyone's either loyalist or radical. No in between. Oh, no, actually, no, I'm misreading that. Half the country is radical. And if you were to multiply it by 100, so that was 1,000,000 instead of 1,000, or, no, multiply by 1,000, so it was 1,000,000 instead of 1,000, then half the nation would be loyalist. However, we don't even have 250,000 that are loyalist. Yeah, I need to fix that. Got a very angry country. The landed voting will help a little bit. Okay, I can't send you until you get to where you're going. Did you get where you're going? No, not yet. Spending the industry to try to get the private queue. To be fair, a private queue has a lot of capacity to build. I just need to give the industry to build at this point. Okay. We still surplus some power. No, we still got shortages. Although... You managed to hire up, yeah, so that's... Question is, do I actually want to fix that? Because that's reasonably profitable. It's not overpriced too much. And the places that are overpriced too much arguably don't have much. Yeah, I think we'll just focus on continuing to expand industry, construction industry, so the private queue can have it. Oh, actually, no, we're probably about right. It's probably right where we need to be. Let's let it go then for a bit. Where plastics is going to be more oil demand in exchange for producing glass. Don't think we actually want to do that. Because then we'll have to import more oil. Oh, of course. Okay, so I'm gonna have to call the allies in. Is there anything I actually want off the French? Other than for them to not, you know, be doing what they're doing. Really? This defensive organ does for give me all your monies. Okay, let's build iron. Find some iron. It's about 200 levels of iron if it's available. try that. Okay, hopefully that's enough to get us at least a white piece with the French. And the anarchists are back. Is that a third rebellion going on? Yeah. Some of these, I think, are gonna go... Spam here is annoying. Go away, spam. Okay. So you're not gonna go actual revolution. You've calmed down. Okay. One of them was about to, and then I think it backed off. Oh yeah, this is probably best they're gonna get is white piece here, because the Germans don't look like they're gonna get enough power to push the French. Of course, that's probably tying up the entire French army, so the fact that they don't look like they got enough power to do anything is okay to me. So I can piss off the monarchical components, ending the autocracy by using the power of the autocracy. We might as well do so. We have an election! Constitutionalists, the Faith Party, the Revive China Party, and a couple other ones. Okay. The Emperor in Parliament. The end of absolutist rule in Great Qing has not settled the question of the balance of power between the Emperor and the Advisory Council. In order to cement itself, the new Parliament order must establish the will of the people to be above the will of the Emperor. Any civil war progress is not greater than or equal to 75%. Okay. Absolutist political movements replaced with royalist movements. Okay. We'll see if that actually happens. Electric arc. I can check on the market for electrical power. And deal with the shortages. Okay, so that's... Apparently we don't have any severe shortages. Although we could have places where there's a lot of necessary, could be a lot more capacity. Okay, what did that do to the steel price? Moved it downward, not by much, but it moved it downward. Korean Rebellion dealt with, okay. Yeah, if they're on trench, that's not a feat I can counter with. Yeah, so we're just going to probably trick them to a white piece here. Because to enforce, I need to occupy some of the French territory. Any incorporated territory. So unless there's something like overseas that they've randomly incorporated, I don't think we're going to be able to safely do that. There's something that's overseas that we can probably safely do. Excuse me while I go send the expeditionary force over to that tiny little island. That's not the expeditionary force. You are. It's too many... Oh, because I was trying to remove you. Can I not remove you? Okay, exit. Try that again. You, naval land with the little one. There we go. We're back with credit, which is maybe not a good idea because we probably still have the declared bankruptcy modifier. Yeah, 23% more loan interest rate is not good. Hopefully I have vaguely stable government after this election. Okay, election results are in. And the results are... Okay, so well, probably the Revived China Party probably won the election. They aren't necessarily able to form stable government. Yeah, that's not stable government. I don't think anyone else is going to want to play ball with them. No. Okay, so we've got Communication Clique and Constitutional Association. Or the Constitutional Association, or them plus religion. So we'll lean on that one. Because it's the most legitimate government we can. Don't give up old wage and go over to poor laws. That would drop the welfare payment. The minimum wage effects. We gain workforce ratio, which is probably fine. And then weaken the effects, or weaken the political power of the unemployed. Yeah, let's... If we can do that without causing a civil war, we'll do that. As long as no Frenchman comes here to stop us landing, we should actually be able to win, because that's actual stated French territory, because the French apparently decided to state French Guinea, or Guyana. Seriously, I think French Guinea is actually over in Africa. I know there was a French Guinea. Mines are otherwise holding. Okay, that's good. Russians and Persian. Russians aren't in our war, right? French side, no. It's just the Russians being mean to the British, which is not my problem right now. It may be my problem in the near future, but it's not currently my problem. Okay, so we've occupied that location. Where's these rebels? Take me to the rebels, please. Okay. So I gotta get out of wars before I start trying to integrate people. We might be able to do a couple of those peacefully. Inventions, mostly coming from rubber. I can turn the steel one off. And the rubber one off. I'm not going to turn off the... Oh, no. We'll leave the rubber one on, because the rubber one's making sure we got rubber to build things out of. I'll turn the car one off. Okay, so we might not be able to... Ah! Aha! It's released as a subject. Did not realize they subject to that location. That changes that math up. I don't think there's any... That was the overseas one I was thinking for the French. And I went to it because it looked like it was occupied. How's the fighting going there? It isn't going well. Okay, we'll take the white piece. Save the North German troops for later wars. Okay, probably where I should go ahead and put another part break in. We've recovered. We're up to 1.91 billion GDP as the Qing. And okay, the welfare state is... Okay, it's not completely dead, but it's mostly dead. Unemployment is probably still up from where it was before bankruptcy, although it's down from the bankruptcy high. And we're back up to 1.9 billion GDP, which is good. Standard of living's still down because the unemployed are having a lower standard of living, to be fair. And, of course, the minimum wage effects of old age pensions are gone. But yeah, otherwise I think we've... Well, we haven't stabilized. The radicals are an issue. They're kind of pissed off the whole collapse of the welfare state. On the other hand, we're back up to rank 1. The economy is stable. We're still improving workplace safety, colonial affairs, trying to get our institutions back. Probably end up building more government bureaucracy to deal with the taxation issues and to cover this bureaucracy. Most of the faction... Well, before most of the factions hate us. This is not helping. This is not helping at all, but... it is what it is. And again, we're trying to expand the economy as quickly as possible. That could be a struggle sometimes, especially with this level of radicals. At this point, we're getting problems where we're getting radicals because we haven't built enough, but we can't build enough now because we have the radicals. This is the problem with how this game handles unrest. Because the radicals are kind of saying, turmoil. The turmoil causes state construction inefficiencies, and then inefficiencies, lowers our capacity to generate them jobs, so they can not be angry. So the problem causes a problem causes a problem. This is often why I don't take very many risks in Victoria 3, because when you do and you screw up, you can really screw up. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be another part up tomorrow. I do recognize at this point that this run, by the time it goes live on YouTube, will be... or this part of this run goes live, it'll be after the next major patch comes out, which is going to change all this balance. But I'm releasing one part a day. The next stream of Victoria 3 will be on the next patch, which we'll probably record in 4 days. We'll probably get this run done, and then we'll start up a new run. Attempt to do the Great Qing again because of how badly this one goes, but we're gonna put a breather in between and we're gonna go to America. But we'll do America on. We'll be streaming America on the 12th. So the next major patch comes out on the 11th. If you're watching on YouTube, of course, there will be another part up tomorrow. Even though I think this is the part for the 12th, because we're going to try to record 2. Well, we're going to finish the run. I think that's going to take 2 more parts. I may be wrong. You're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to record another part as soon as this... or we're going to record a part as soon as I go make a new cup of tea, because I need a cup of tea. I need the caffeine to make the brain work. Until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.